Hi guys, I'm Tammy. I'm with Mandy with Seek Heavenly Things. I'm part of the 12. I'm going to read a continuation of the Zoom that the group did back in April. Jesus started speaking through Mandy, and this is just a continuation. He likes to timestamp things, so in the message you'll hear numbers. I'll say some numbers, and that means that he's stamping the time. I'm just going to get right into it. Okay. This was posted on Mandy's page on 12/9 of this year. God's physical calendar is 4/4. God's spiritual is 9/4. God's true Gregorian is 6/26. 6/17/2025, Part 6, New Message Proving Jesus Speaks to Me Live for all the plagiarism remarks. But all this fits now very long. Everything he has been speaking with the 18 parts. So there will be parts, but I will go back to Part 19 when it's finished. Love you all, even when I comment today in the chat on the Jess Live today, the 345, it was prophesied in this message. Jesus is speaking, and he's coming to wake his kids up. Once again, they were all on Zoom, and I was finishing up a message about AI. Jesus started to speak to me, which is Mandy, all live on the spot. Once again, it's 4/7 of 2025. It was at 4:30 p.m. Zoom link is 57 minutes and 46 seconds. Part 6, I use those duplicates to put in those people for the time coming where they're going to wake up my people like a Trojan horse. 35:15. They're already in there. They already know how the elite works in the devil. Now, there's certain elite that are way too high up, the ones that have the mark. Those are the ones that I'm referring to, the ones that have not changed from the very beginning, and they became evil later based on frequencies that were put in them by the false grid, the false 5 grid that they're trying to turn into 6G. All of that is because it's going to lead into the triple strand, the triple helix, the mark changing the DNA. It's going to combine the beginning and end, 3550. So the people that do not have the correct frequencies, they can change if they do not have the mark, 3557. The mark is what stops them from getting the correct frequencies because the creation was mocked when they fell. 3605. This is why there's a reptilian bloodline. This is why there's no point in trying to wake up those people, because I know those are not the people that I'm trying to wake up, because they cannot be woken up, because the DNA cannot be altered except for through the fire of purification, 3625. And this is why I still cry out for my people, because I know a lot of them will be saved, because the devil does not know my plans. He does not know how I'm going to be going through all the worlds with my people, my chosen people from the very beginning, and changing my children's hearts, the ones where evil has infiltrated their hearts. You see, I'm replacing the heart of stone and giving them my heart of flesh. I'm giving my heart of flesh and then activating the true light around. When you have the activation of light, darkness can't get in. It's like the barrier of heaven inside you. You no longer looking up and down, you're looking straight up. Just like I teach Jonathan Kleck, a true prophet, because he doesn't have all the pieces, but he has the main piece of the Father and the Son of looking up to the true heavens, because he knows how it started and where it all began and how we have to get back to that with the correct frequency, with the correct direction of looking it up. So when the constellation is turned upside down, that means the cross, my original flower petals, every single thing is like being ripped out of the root, 3734. The tree of life being ripped out from the bottom of the ark, 3738. The curvature of the ark, like a boat, like Noah, except for there's more mystery to the whole Noah thing. The entire world did not get flooded. You see, they have told so many lies, and Cassie is going to be bringing these new revelations in here soon. She's going to show you what I have been showing her, your true Yeshua HaMashiach, who comes in the flesh, bled, and died on the cross and rose on the third day. And I told you how to decipher whether or not it is the Spirit of God speaking versus the Antichrist speaking. I put that verse in there because I need my people to know when I am truly speaking. And the ones that cannot recognize my voice, their frequencies still need to be unblocked. 3822, because the enemy has infiltrated evil inside their hearts, and if they're letting wrong frequencies in, 3829, this is opening doors. So if you want to know what happened to McKenna, she opened a door and she allowed wrong frequencies to get in. Those frequencies started changing the frequencies I had already unblocked, changing her and making her distort her memory of every single thing that she's been taught. Not only her, but just the same thing. When you're opening up doors that I have not allowed you to open up through me, through the correct way in the spiritual realm, you are allowing negative frequencies, 3901, to come over you and change the unblocked frequencies I've already put in my people, changing them to get them to the truth. That is why they're forgetting so many things that they've already been taught, because now their frequencies are being altered once again, 39 4919. And that's the whole point of the grid. That's the whole point of 5G turning into 6G, because they know not only does it create the viruses and spread among my people, it distorts their frequencies because there is frequencies of healing. All of that. Why? Yeah, that's true. Because it comes from immortality. It comes from heaven. And when you have the perfect frequency of heaven, there is no sickness. There is nothing where you can change your body and it won't be young and beautiful and vibrant forever. I don't know if I said that wrong. When you have the correct frequencies, and that's what the correct frequencies is, getting your glorious body changing into the correct frequency permanently, 4001. So you can have that ether, that immortality that you had once in the very beginning, before I created the duplicate battle lines for my people to create the world. So you see that their entire grid plan is not to only block their frequencies from me. They don't want you to experience the wineskin process, 4023, the immortality process. They want it all for themselves because they know how powerful ether is, which is why they are so upset. And they're going to be so angry when that firmament finally gets cracked open, 4037, and they're able to go in and see that there is no ether inside where it was, because I removed it. And this is how they will know what happened. You see, I speak in future, but I also speak in now, the present. Or the presence, 4054. I do that because I'm trying to not only give you my mysteries from heaven, but I'm also alluding to these events and how close we are of everything changing, 4104, and all the missions starting, 4106. Now I'm going to go ahead and let Cassie give her revelations, 4111, and then Denise will have something to follow after that. I'm going to put in her spirit as well. I love you, children. I just need you to understand how important all of these lessons are. And every single thing that I'm giving you is my truth, my perfect truth to wake up my children. That's why your emotions, none of that truly matters. I'm emotional. It's all about saving my children. It's not about what you currently are going through, because the entire bride is suffering right now. Anyone that is ever chosen from the very beginning, they are suffering. Why? Because the enemy knows who they are, just like he knows who you are, 4155. So I allowed it for a time. This is why certain people had to go through illnesses and all of that. Why? Because of the frequencies, 4205. I allowed those frequencies to be blocked. And when you block your frequencies, it can create illnesses in your body, which is also what the 5G grid is doing. It's creating those negative frequencies, trying to change your DNA through substances, through the food, through water, through absolutely everything. However, when you call on my son and believe that he finished every single thing on the cross, because not only is Yeshua speaking right now, the Father is speaking through Yeshua. I never know if it's Yeshua. Anyways, because we are one in spirit, when you believe that he's finished every single thing on the cross, 4250, that is not your good merits based on your own works. That is his finished works. Stick around for part 7.